Hello, everybody. What's up? I still can't believe I got Charmeleon. I still can't believe it, but we are back with more resets. Weird to see the number at 200 too. I'm used to many thousands. Aw, shoot. No, there it is. Like, where's my phone? It's right in front of me. Alright, we'll get started in a second here. We have some data mine stuff to talk about tonight, chat. Damn it, why does my bot do this? No! No! Oh man, I cannot get this timer thing right. I hate streamer bot. It's so hard to understand. There. It should be fixed now. Sheriff Booper was having a bit of a moment. It's so much easier to do bot stuff with Stream Elements, but every time I've Stream Elements only seems to want to work with Twitch. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Alright, let's get playlist going. We'll mute that. Alright, let's just get right into it, chat. Alright, here we go. Boom! Already getting numbers recorded. It's been like 2 seconds. I'm not used to how quick this goes. Alright, Magikarp instantly starting off with a nothing. What's the hunt? And for right below the game, you will find the answer that you seek. He's looking a little yellow. He's got a little bit of jaundice, chat. Don't make fun of him. So we're just in Route 3, right below... I'm right below the Pokémon Center where I'm in LeafGreen. Everything is very tied now. Oh yeah, happy remainder of April Fool's Day, chat. Did you get tricked today, chat? Any tricks? Or better yet, have you seen anything that's actually funny? That's usually the bigger question. You quit your job? Sounds like the place you worked for are the fools, then. I'll occasionally kill Pidgeys because they give speed IVs. Also, has anyone seen the Mario movie? I continue to see just abysmal reviews of it today. I actually watched Star Fox's introduction scene and the post-credit scene on Twitter today. continue to see content creators pretending that they liked it. I saw a big cartoon YouTuber say it was one of the worst movies he's ever seen. I'm like excited now. I love a bad movie. I love mess. I'll take a really funny bad movie over just like a bland one, which is what I think the first one primarily is. Went into a critical review and all the comments were like, "You don't get it and you're ugly. It's a kid's movie, dumbass." Yeah, I'm sure the Bluey crowd is going apeshit on people who don't like it. What happens if Jigglypuff? I'd be happy with Jigglypuff. I'll be happy with anything here except for Pidgey. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, kids who grew up with... They're making a Mario Galaxy movie. Kids did not grow up with Mario Galaxy. They can play it now if they want to spend $70 on an overpriced re-release. But yeah, you're right. I could. We ran into female Nidoran maybe like 5 or 6 times. We definitely could. Wouldn't that be funny? Also, I will always hate that argument because why don't kids deserve to have good media? You know? Why do kids get to get fed garbage and like that's okay? Like it's just such a dumb argument. It's a kid's movie. Why are you being so mean to a kid's movie? Like, if anything, good kids media is more vital than ever now. If anything, good kids media is super needed right now. In the era of Tung Tung Sahur and all that other insanity. They need it more than ever now. And what's crazy is that barely anybody makes, like, you know, we always talk about, like, Nickelodeon shows, Cartoon Network shows, Disney shows. Well, now there's just streaming services. They don't even make a lot of those types of TV shows that we all grew up with anymore. This is such a chill song. Donkey Kong music just goes unimaginably hard. Miss Rachel? Why are you watching Miss Rachel? She's for, like, babies. I'm sure her content's great if you're a baby or a parent. $43.43 Magikarp, by the way, chat. Come on, Magikarp. I got my Charmander at $45.57. Being targeted, and she's absolutely right. And she's absolutely right for that. Amazing that somebody needs to say... Oh, boy. Amazing that somebody even needs to say any of that. Closer to 60. I would cry laughing if that happened. If I got a shiny at 69.69, It would be beautiful. It would be stunning. We'd remember it for years. 6767. 67 doesn't even register as like a... Every time I pass 67, I don't even think about it. Like 69 is the funny meme number to me. You get 69 and you get 420. $11.7K for Squirtle. No, I hope you get your Squirtle soon. It's 666. 666 would be perfect for shiny Giratina. There would be no funnier number. No more. That would be the most appropriate number. Speaking of... Actually, Giratina is not involved, but let's talk about some of the data mines that have happened tonight. So home maintenance happened, chat, and here's the deets. Here's the deets. First of all, let me mention this. Congrats on escaping containment. Thank you. I'm so happy to be free. Also, howdy. So this is all coming from Kurt, who's a longtime Pokemon data miner. He said, it's worth mentioning that Eternal Floette / Mega Floette has no unique shiny textures. Implies that they have no plans to release it. Man, I thought for sure we were gonna get Floette tonight. Or with home. With home compatibility out. But I guess not. I guess not. And... But wait, there's more. So we did... It looks like that leak might have been correct. Because we have a few abilities here, not many. Very few. So let me go over them. We got Spicy Spray, which... Gonna be Scovillain. When Pokemon takes damage from a move, it burns the attacker. And then we also got Piercing Drill. When the Pokemon uses a contact move, which this is obviously Mega Excadrill, it can even hit targets that are protecting themselves, dealing 1/4 of the damage that the move would have otherwise deal. Everything aside from the target's protective effects is still triggered. So they essentially gave it like a Urshifu Jr. ability. And then... That was kind of it? There really was not that much to really talk about from the data mine? Pokemon Home was updated with Champions compatibility. The actual data on the Pokedex from the game hasn't been added yet. This means we don't know the abilities of the Megas until probably a second home maintenance next week. Okay, we did get Dragon Eyes. The Pokemon's normal moves become Dragon-type moves and their power is boosted by 20%. Mega Soul. Even when the sunlight is not turned harsh, the Pokemon can use its moves as if the weather were harsh sunlight. And that's it. That's it. Centro says that there will be no special gift in home for completing the Legend Z8 Pokedex. For now. I'd be pretty pissed if they got rid of that. That would be sad. If they don't give us Hoopa, then when are we ever gonna get Hoopa shiny? And I thought we could potentially get Floette, because if they don't give us Floette, it'll never happen. I guess that's our answer. It'll never happen. Whoops, I'm attacking Spearow. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer, huh? Best of luck, thanks. Spearow found dead. Embor? Tepig? Or Pig Knight? That's such a terrible name. That's such a terrible name. If you ever forget Tepig's name, just think of the pig. The pig. Or you can remember that they gave Embor Mold Breaker, and then that's heartbreaking. That's really heartbreaking. Notice how we talked about both Feraligatr and Meganium's abilities from the data mine, and like Excadrill and Scovillain, and that's it. Embror? Embro. What's up, bro? Oh, I'm killing more Spearows. Miss Piggy. The most Miss Piggy Pokemon would probably be what? Oinkologne? That's upsetting. Yeah, I was hoping we'd have a little bit more abilities to go over tonight, but we already learned about all those abilities pretty much. So if that, I think that does confirm the leak, then is Lucario really getting Prankster? Hilarious. What's up, everybody? If you're just joining, we are at 228 for Nidoran Mail, and I'm still buying my Carps. I'm still buying my Magikarps. Some Pokemon that are getting evolutions in WW. I don't think there's been any substantial... I haven't seen anything about real Gen 10 leaks yet. Outside of all the stuff we learned from the Terra leak, of course. I can't wait to see which Megas are going to be bottom tier. I mean, I have a good guess. I have a good guess. But we'll find out real soon. The wind sound effect in this song goes a long way. Breaking the mold, breaking the mold. I mean, they probably will have some evolutions. I mean, they certainly did that in Gen 9. Which, for the most part, I feel like their choices in Gen 9 were good. Like, I know people don't like the Dunsparce, but Dunsparce is a good choice. Girafarig was a great choice. Please give Ledian an evolution. Please. There were actually some great candidates in the beginning of the Winds and Waves trailer, chat. Tropius was there, Ledian was there. Please, let Ledian evolve. It would heal me. Get out of here, Pidgey. We're already level 22, just getting chip XP from level 6 Pokemon. What is Charmeleon's stats right now? My Carmeleon. Come a chameleon. My Charmeleon is a calm boy. I tried to say Charmeleon and calm at the same time. Look at that speed, 52. The EV training is actually working. Fast as frick. Which existing Pokemon is tropical enough? I feel like Blossom would count. Blossom, Tropius. I mean, a lot of those Pokemon we saw in the trailer. Carnivine. Calmeleon. Oh, you got Pokopia? Nice. I hope you have fun. It's a great game. You're going for Pidgey? I love Blossom too. I always think about Blossom not getting like a new trading card for like 7 or 8 years in the TCG. Is that not just disrespectful? I actually think they owe Blossom something because of that. I actually think that is so rude and nasty that they should compensate Blossom. A Dugong variant. Yeah, Dugong. There's not many Gen 1 Pokemon left that don't have anything, but there's still a good handful. Dugong, Venomoth, Arbok. I feel like an Arbok variant in Winds and Waves would work well. Whoops, why am I checking? I still have the muscle memory from the lab, chat. It's gonna take me like a week to deprogram. This is so bad. If I get a random shiny, will I add it to the team? Absolutely. Absolutely, I will. That would be amazing. Okay, we're finding lots of Pidgeys. Oh, a random shiny Blossom. That's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna take what the game gives me. Again, my target is Nidoran, but if I get, you know, Mankey, Jigglypuff, Spearow Pidgey, then it is what it is. I can't turn down shinies in a full odds game. That's simply preposterous. The Doduo treatment. Oh, hey, there's another Pokemon that hasn't been hit by anything. Dodrio. Did I say Doduo at first? I meant Dodrio. Dodrio. If I don't get any suitable bird shinies, maybe I could do a meatball hunt in this game. We could get the green meatballs. And by that I mean Doduo. They already have Hydreigon, but it'd be really funny to... I mean, they could take the same idea. Give Dodrio an evolution. It's like a Hydra. A bird Hydra. Take the rat over the 2 bugs, but you want Pidgey? Yeah. It's like, I'll take whatever the game wants to give me. This isn't like Scarlet Violet or even ZA, where you just get a random shiny sometimes when you turn the corner. They should have had some beef between Dodrio and Espathra. They should have, they should have done that. Made him, like, really territorial. I feel like we're due for a Seviper Zongoose form. I don't know which one they would choose, but I'm ready. For Pokemon to hate each other, because that's interesting. Pokemon with beef are way more memorable than Happy Friend Time. Drudgegon, you know I'd pop off for that one. You already know. You already know. Working on Arceus? I already have Arceus shiny. I shiny hunted it in Pearl. Shining Pearl. I got all the mythicals done from that game, thank God. Thank goodness. Radar chaining in those games is so uniquely evil. The game can just decide to cut off your chain whenever it feels like. Graveler that self-destructed? No. Always hate to hear that. Yeah, I've always thought of Electabuzz, Scyther, kind of like Pinsir, Jinx. They're all like colleagues. They all know each other from work. Marini and Corsola is the best beef. You're shiny hunting Arceus? Oh, good luck. Make sure you have a lot of Pokeballs, just in case. No one at school believed you. On the Pokemon League and Let's Go Eevee. Yeah, Jigglypuff and Clefairy, that is a classic. If they'd ever bring Kingdra back, then we could do like was it Kingdra Dragonite don't like each other? I feel like Dragonite doesn't like a few Pokemon. Jinx would what now? My ultimate dream form for Jinx chat is as follows. I've thought this out. I want her to be like an, is this a real word? Operatic? I want her to be like an opera singer Viking. I think that would be funny. Have her belt out some real tune. Have like, what could we call it? Opera. Absolute Opera Zero. Some sort of ice singing attack. Make it sound based. And then have it hit everybody on the field. I've even thought about her like attacks. Because ice Pokemon get done so dirty. Just give her a really fun design and then give her some fun ice attacks. And that's it. That's all I want. Yeah, like a Valkyrie. A Valkyrie would work too. You could even pose her comedically next to like a Rapidash or something. Or a Mudsdale. I always thought that's the direction that they should take Jinx in. Cheeseland. Do 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 do. OG Cheeseland, my favorite. Thought that Spearow looked shiny for a second. Do 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 do. It's fun when I get to do. We're doing double checks all the time now. That it synchronizes a little bit better than it did with Charmander. A Banshee form. They could do, like, Ice Ghost. Although, that might step on Frostlass's non-existent toes. I would really love to see them do more cryptid Pokemon. That's, like, the dream. I'd love to see, like, a Mothman Pokemon. Let's get, like, a Chupacabra. Snake, oh, like Medusa? Yeah, they could turn Jinx into, like, a Medusa. If they ever did, like, a Greek region. Yeah, the Jersey Devil. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a really good line based on, archetype based on those monsters. What's up, Mimikyu? I know, I've never seen so many Frostlass in my life. Good for her. Good for her. Love seeing an Ice-type prosper. Any April Fool's pranks? No goofs or gaffs here. I think my favorite April Fool's joke I've seen today, which I posted it in the Discord if you want to see it there. But it's... Showdown had really... I should just put it on screen. They had a whole ton of them that were funny, but this one was my favorite. Hitmonchan and Buzzwole was another funny one, but here's... They replaced a lot of the profile pictures with big memes like that. Oh, no mega soup for Flygon, chat. No mega soup for you. Look at how stupid Garchomp Z looks. Oh, Showdown always does funnies like that. You cleaned house with Frostlass a few days ago? Oh, that's fun. It's nice to see people use Frostlass and succeed. A Cthulhu Pokemon? That would go so hard. What's up, Justin? Alright, Charmeleon's almost... wow, we're getting, like... I'm kind of surprised at how much XP we're getting from just killing the occasional Pidgey. Like, wowee. Charmeleon's gonna be a Charizard rolling up to Misty at this point. The lab is more of a metaphor for shiny hunters. They truly never leave the lab. It's true. Oh, did you see the Mario movie? What's your review? Yeah, they definitely should get something for... There's so many Gen 5 Pokemon I want to see them hit. Klinkklang's line is definitely one of them. Yeah, we're making a field full of fried chicken. I actually should go heal, because Charmeleon's out of his precious power, except for Metal Claw. It's so nice to be able to go a place in FireRed now, chat. I could go wherever I want. It's so nice. Characters are so bland. Yeah, I heard the Star Fox theme on Twitter. I also watched his introduction scene. Don't remember Fox ever behaving like that before, but alright. But he's voiced by a handsome Hollywood man, so... Oh, you do the nug? Oh, we're definitely gonna be doing that soon. Geez, these encounters really build up. How many nuggets? I don't know. I feel like it's gonna just be a soul read. It might just end up being a soul read. You got 200. Yeah, maybe we'll get a couple hundred and then just call it. $40 was your stopping point. Yeah, well, I guess we'll just have to see how much I feel like losing. How many times do I feel like losing? You went to 200. Okay, we'll probably do that then, chat. Stuck hunting Regirock. I'm gonna have to hit the Reggies at some point, and I don't look forward to it. I hope you get your shiny soon. No, the Magikarp in my party in FireRed is just a regular one. I just got it in case Charmeleon dies. I know, I'm free from the lab. 45:57. Regikarp. Magikarp. Just started speaking like a Reggie. Ooh, Pikmin 4. Tunes. 6006? Yeah, we talked about the maintenance stuff. There was a few abilities, and Kurt said that Eternal Floette doesn't even have textures for a shiny. So it seems like we probably will not be getting shiny Eternal Floette. Appreciate Charmeleon more in FireRed and LeafGreen. He's got a nice sprite! He has a great sprite. His sprite is so nice. In Sapphire, can you just SR for Kyogre without having to worry about RNG? Yes. The only game in Gen 3 you need to really watch out for is Emerald because of the weird way it's programmed. Everything else is fine. Yeah, I kept Bulbasaur for so long because it was so easy to beat Brock, but I definitely wanted Charmeleon for Brock. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people posting misinformation with seeds and stuff, so I just don't, I wouldn't worry about it. What's up, everybody? I was so used to saying I'm still stuck in the lab, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm free. Yeah, I don't know, Justin. I'm real sad if that's true. I'm very sad if that's true. If they don't give us a Dex completion reward, that would be very sad for ZA. They're gonna make us wait all these extra months for ZA support and then not even give us a Dex completion Pokemon? Like, you're joking. Please say psych. Yeah, I'm stuck at the hospital and in this patch of grass with... Whew, better take a rest, groan. The tunnel from Cerulean takes a lot out of you. You mean Mount Moon? Or you talking about Rock Tunnel? Rock Tunnel is an exhausting place to be. Yeah, it could be, it is for now. It doesn't look like there's anything programmed in there for now, but that could change. It could change. Yeah, home got data mined tonight after its maintenance, and all we really learned was that there's no textures for Eternal Floette Shiny, and we got the descriptions for a few different mega abilities. And that's it. Nothing else. Nothing else of note. Yeah, yeah, Nurse Joy is the one gonna charge. She's gonna charge me rent now. Do 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 do. I really thought it was gonna be like Eternal Floette for ZA and maybe like Hoopa. Which I suppose it still could happen, but nothing yet. Champions is coming out very soon, chat. That's crazy. We will be checking it out. We gotta investigate. Yeah, we're loitering. We're loitering. Yeah, DKC has legendary music. Spearows keep looking weirdly shiny to me. Alright, Magikarp, there you go, buddy. How can you trade? There's no online. Yeah, they gave Mega Excadrill Urshifu Jr. ability. Whoops, I killed the Nidoran. Sorry. We haven't run into a female 1% yet tonight. Yeah, I finally escaped the lab. 4557 for Charmander. It was glorious. I want to know what Heatran has. Which that was another funny showdown joke they had today. The portrait for Mega Heatran. Oh! Speak of her and she arrives. There she is, chat, the 1%. So they're opposites. In LeafGreen, this would be Nidoran male for the 1%, but in FireRed, it's Nidoran female. Yeah, that's the thing about Megas. I was talking to Tyler about this earlier. Especially with Mega Scovillain's kind of lackluster. I don't know, maybe it'll have some secret utility I can't think about right now, but so many Megas, you know, they're okay. They're fine, but why? You only get one Mega. So do you really want to waste your one Mega slot on a Mega that's just okay? Competitively. It's like you have to really pick and choose who you want to use. So a lot of these more mid-tier to bad Megas are just gonna get nothing. What's the big five? The big five was like Mega Metagross, Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Gengar. Mochi Mochi. The Pecha story was great. We better get another mythical story like that in Weewa. This is honestly one of Scarlet Violet's best songs. A real bop. Yeah, Salamence, and then if they... I really hope they give us some breathing room before they bring in the legendaries. Please. Yeah, that's right. Salamence has been such a nothing burger in ZA that I forgot that he was one of the OG, like, best megas. Mega Salamence was just so non-existent in ZA that I forgot about him. What's up, CB? Yeah, nobody's using... I think I might have encountered like 1 or 2 Meowstic playing ZA ranked. Which why... I mean, I don't know how Mega Meowstic's, like, what its ability is. But why would you just rather run, like, Grimmsnarl? You know what I mean? Like, some Megas are already power-crept by other Pokemon, which is insane. That's an insane thing to think about. Should you pick up ZA? I think ZA is worth playing, but it is not one of my favorite Pokemon games, and I would not pay for the DLC. Alright, let's do a... Boom, the double-double. Almost at 300 already. Moody? Oh my gosh. That would be evil. Moody is one of those abilities that I would actually be fine with if it just got erased. If they got rid of Moody and never brought it back, I would be like, great. Hey, the big old 25 stream streak. Nice. Oh, did I count that Pidgey? The thing with the encounters is that they go so fast that sometimes it's kind of easy to lose track. I don't think I did. What counter am I using? I am using my Elgato Stream Deck with OBS. Is basically how I'm doing it. Is this Pokemon channel music? I think it is. When are they re-releasing this gem? Put that on NSO, Nintendo. Moody Barrel. DJ Rotom. We need the DJ. Hey You Pikachu for NSO. I would love that. I don't know how that would work though, because Hey You Pikachu famously uses the microphone. And that seems like some pretty complex reprogramming they'd have to do. But I would love that. I would love that. I have an absolute boatload of nostalgia. What typing would DJ Rotom be? DJ Rotom has unique typing. He's electric normal. I don't think we'll be getting any new Megas anytime soon. I don't know. Like, we'll have Megas and Champions, but that's because we just got ZA. Yeah, DJ Rotom is electric normal, which is very interesting. They should have given us Mega Bibby. A good Pokemon, cries in Heliolisk. Honestly, they should have given Heliolisk a Mega. We had a perfect candidate in ZA for a Mega. Heliolisk would have been absolutely perfect. I mean, if they were gonna give it the Mega Pyroar treatment, then perhaps it's best we didn't get one then. Yeah, sorry Heliolisk, but Garchomp needs a new Mega. Good night, Nat. Have a good one. A Hey You Pikachu fishing stream. That would be so cozy. If fishing isn't brought back in Gen 10, I'm going to go apeshit. I'm just telling you this all- I'm telling you all this now. I'm gonna turn into the Hulk Booper and start raging out. Pokemon could make fishing next level if they wanted to. They could make it next level. They'd rather just get rid of it. Fishing has been it's such an integral part of the franchise, from all the fisherman characters to Pokemon like Magikarp. Not to mention, shout out to chain fishing. One of the first ways that I ever shiny hunted. Congrats on the shiny Mander. Oh, you saw the reaction. Thanks. I'm so happy to be free from the lab. You don't even know. Or maybe you do know. Yeah, they definitely started introducing some unique shiny hunting ways in the Gen 6 era games. Like, I genuinely liked chain fishing. Prepare for Auraz Battle Frontier style disappointment and wins in waves. The future site of fishing tournaments, I think I'd explode if that happened. They had some nerve for that. Battle Frontier coming soon. Oh, thanks for programming this into the game, you assholes. Thanks for that. Speaking of Gen 3. Remember, I don't think a lot of people remember Masuda's quote about that either, about how kids are too busy with their phones these days. It's like, they should have fired his ass as soon as that sentence left his mouth. What a horrible mentality to have as a game developer. Well, kids are too busy with their smartphones, so who gives a shit? Why would he even ever say it? Like, it's just, I'll never get over it. I'll never get over it! Sorry, Spiro. You went down in button-mashing rage. Ooh, you got a shiny Seadra? Love Seadra. It's the children who are wrong. It's the children who are wrong. It's just like, I think it was Masuda who said this, but why they never released the Arceus event in Diamond Pearl? Because they didn't think people could backtrack through Mount Coronet. It's like, what do you mean? Mount Coronet is designed in like the most confusing way possible. Like, why would you do this if you thought kids couldn't even like backtrack through a video game? I just don't understand. See, that ties into the whole, you know, don't be mean to the Mario movie, it's just a kid's movie. You know, implying that kids deserve garbage. They don't. Free from the lab, still swimming in carbs, it's true. The fish smell will take forever to go away. Yeah, that type of quote from Masuda really just... It's so out of touch, is what it is. It is so unbelievably out of touch. Especially when Pokemon consistently panders to original fans. Like, they want to have their cake and eat it, too. Sometimes they willingly choose it. Oh yeah, because they don't know any better. Kids watch all sorts of horrendous garbage. Remember Elsa Spider-Man Gate on YouTube, chat? Like, just so off-putting, uncomfortable. Uncomfortable videos that no child should ever be watching. It's because they don't know any better. That's where, you know, you'd hope the parents would come in. And be like, hey, little Timmy, I don't think you should be watching that. That's messed up. GTA mods. Hey, if kids are modding their stuff, that's kind of impressive. Especially like Minecraft. Kids who can mine, who can mod Minecraft. Kids who can mine. They yearn for the mines. Genuinely impressive. Oh, just YouTube video, but can they craft? First you mine, and then you craft. I mean, Digital Circus looks like it's for children. I'm sorry to fans of that, but it literally looks like that type of... How do I phrase this nicely? Like, the designs are super childish. Of course kids are going to be interested by it. I don't understand that one, personally. Hey, when I was a kid, my equivalent to that was like trying to make Neopets user lookups and stuff. Baby's first code. That's the way I saw the Minecraft movie at first, when it was unfinished. That made it better. Watching the Minecraft movie with half unfinished special effects kind of slapped. This is a great song, too. They kind of popped off with Petulant and the Loyal Threes themes. Also, kids, speaking of scary stuff, children love horror stuff. That's why franchises like FNAF, Bendy, Poppy's Playtime, that's why those franchises are all so large, because kids can't get enough of that stuff. What, the Minecraft movie? I didn't seek it out from an official source. I'll go watch the Mario movie sequel this weekend too. In the same way. Yeah, the Backrooms trailer, is it any good? I didn't bother to watch it. Has-Been Hotel is another franchise where... I mean, I understand why kids would see those designs and be like, oh yeah, this looks like a thing I should watch. I mean, all the characters in that show swear like juvenile children, so why not? Your theater didn't throw popcorn. Chicken jockey. I can't wait for the Minecraft movie sequel to try to recapture that. With Jack Black just saying more random Minecraft terms. It's gonna be great. And by great, I mean terrible. I can't wait. Just start clapping. Yes! Saw a Mario Galaxy review where he said the audience was clapping at every reference. Oh my god. Key jingling audience. I saw that thing and I clapped. ATST, ATST. That Red Letter Media bit is evergreen. It's so evergreen. Yeah, applauding in the audience is kind of like applauding when a plane lands. It's not for me. I mean, unless you're like going through hell in the plane, then... then maybe you deserve a clap. What's up, Perfect Echo? Yeah, it was the Nerd Crew. It was the Nerd Crew. That was one of their funniest bits. And like I said, it's still evergreen. Don't ask questions, just consume. I miss the Nerd Crew too. I mean, they didn't overstay their welcome. I do respect Mike and Jay for not, and Rich for not, like, doing it too much. Almost at 4444 for Magikarp. In the middle of a blizzard. Yeah, if you go through hell, then you're allowed an applause on a plane. But if it's just like a casual, like very short flight with no problems and people are like hooting and hollering, it's like, all right. Is Star Wars still popular? I think it always will be. I mean, I guess we'll see how many people go to see that Mandalorian Grogu movie. When your plane lands in Tokyo. I think my wallet would shed a tear when I ever land in Tokyo. When that ever happens. Yeah, I don't go here for Star Wars, but I follow a lot of content creators. Obviously, it's a huge media franchise. It's hard to escape. And from what I've gleaned, the only thing people like from modern Disney is like Andor. And that's it. I am familiar with Dave Filoni though, because he worked on Avatar: The Last Airbender. I remember Mike and Brian talking with Dave Filoni back in the day. But even he is controversial now. Star Wars is just an interesting franchise to just observe from the outside. It's such a big cultural franchise with so many fans over so many different generations. And a lot of it, fans hate. A lot of it, just fans cannot stand. Oh yeah, Dragoon, it can't end fast enough if we're being honest. I mean, live action Moana looks like sewage water. I don't know why anybody would ever want to pay for a ticket to that catastrophe for a movie that's barely... I don't think it's even 10 years old, or if it is, it's barely 10 years old. The Star Wars Hotel. I'm halfway through Jenny Nicholson's new video about the Twilight ripoff, but I always think about her. Stuck behind that pole. Mr. Mander. I did! We finally picked up a shiny Charles Mander. I'm free. I'm free as a bird. Same, Silverbolt, same. Like, the Lilo and Stitch live-action movie making $1 billion, like, makes me lose hope in humanity. Not to be a little dramatic, but, like, Jesus Christ. Who is seeing these movies? And if live-action Moana makes $1 billion, then just stick a fork in it. It's cooked. Because that's why they're still happening. It looked like they were maybe considering stopping after Snow White bombed, but then too many people saw Lilo and Stitch and it made a ton of money, and now they're making a sequel. Which, the original Lilo and Stitch is one of their gems. That is one of their best movies. That's a thought I've had, CB, but haven't expressed out loud. Yeah, the ending with this with the sister leaving. Which again, you'd think Hawaii of all places would have some great marine biology programs, but I guess not. How did the new, was it Pixar Hoppers? How did that perform? Did anybody even go see it? It's the beaver girl movie. Yeah, that's the thing. Disney doesn't market a lot of their original IPs. Like, remember, what was it? Elio and Strange Worlds? Planets? See, I don't even remember because the names are always so bland. Also, speaking of Disney, did anybody see the footage of Olaf, the animatronic for Olaf, just dying? He just fell over and his nose came off in the middle of a giant crowd. And then today I saw in Tokyo Disney that there were, I think it was Tokyo Disney, that there were crows eating animatronic Rapunzel's hair. What is going on? The Funkland video is gonna hit so hard. If you haven't seen the videos I'm talking about, look up Olaf and Rapunzel. You'll see them. They're so funny. Those crows were destroying the animatronic's hair. Like, it looked bad. It looked bad. The Spider-Man video. That one is iconic. Of the Spider-Man animatronic crashing into a building in the middle of a show. Could you imagine being there? That would be such a funny story. Yeah, I was there in Disneyland the day Spider-Man died. Or even if you were, like, in that crowd when Olaf went down. Like, people are posting different angles of Olaf falling over. It's so funny. I wonder if Frozen 3 will be any good or not, or if it's gonna be as weird as the second one. Disney's such a funny company because they're so big that they have all these different divisions, and it seems like at times they all connect to each other to make the worst choices possible. Like gutting the rivers of America in Disney World to put in like a Cars Land ride. And you know their exact thought process too, because they're just boats that you can ride on the river. They're, you know, they're chill, they're free, they've been there for a very long time. But you can't monetize those. So Disney's like, well, we're gonna put a ride in here with Fast Pass so we can charge these people. Like, it's so evil. I wish I got paid like $1 million salary to make evil choices all day. Why can't that be my job? I want to get paid a lot of money to make terrible, bad choices that nobody likes. Animated Animal Farm? Didn't that have a bunch of celebrity voice actors in it? Lindsay Ellis came back and posted another video. She posted another video about... Her Disney videos are some of her best work. But she did one about if Aladdin stole from... My god, I can't... The Thief and the Cobbler. I couldn't even remember the name of the movie. Remember how people would always be like, yeah, Disney just jacked Kimba for Simba. They're the same thing. They stole it. Even though that's not true. It's an interesting story. Especially if you're a big animation fan. Hamlet with lions. I love Scar. I actually have a little Scar figure on my desk. And she went over a lot of the history of some of the early Disney Renaissance. And it's all super interesting. Like, they didn't even intend for those early movies to be musicals. Interpretation of the Lion King lyrics. What's your favorite Disney song, chat? I'm curious. What's everyone's fave? I don't even... that's such a hard question. Yeah, I was gonna say Hellfire, Mimikyu. That's such a good one. Be Prepared. Classic. All Lion King music is absolute banger. Tale as Old as Time, banger. Under the Sea, Be Our Guest. Yeah, Lion King is my favorite Disney movie. I have a lot of fondness for the sequel, too. I think the sequel has some great songs. Yeah, you know one of my favorite songs? It's the really synth-heavy track when Mulan starts putting her father's armor on, and the synths are just going crazy. That was probably a piece of music that deeply affected me, now that I think about it. Mulan went crazy hard. That was such a great movie. Scuttlebutt. That sure is an answer. Yeah, the guy who sings for Hercules has a great voice. Go the Distance. Absolute bang. Zero to Hero is a good one, too. Am I trying to get Charizard early? I'm killing Pidgeys because they provide speed IVs. Or EVs, not IVs, sorry. Yeah, Reflections. I like both of the versions of Reflection. Didn't they have it sung by Christina Aguilera or something? Or maybe I'm thinking about like the Pokémon first movie soundtrack. For Charmeleon, he's calm. A calm Charmeleon and a naive Bulbasaur. Both for 1998 and the live-action version. Whoops, I'm killing Mankey. Yeah, it could have been worse. I'm totally happy with the natures for my two shiny starters. I won't complain. Oh, Princess and the Frog is a really good villain song. Friends on the Other Side. Keith David is a national treasure. Charific Valley. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. They're like, here, Charizard, go to boot camp. Bye. I wish the movie was just like a little bit better, though. It's just kind of okay. Oh, I will mention the Phil Collins songs in Disney's Tarzan. Phil didn't need to go that hard for that soundtrack, but he did. He did it for us. I think he also did some Brother Bear songs. Now that I think about it. Silverfawn, thanks for the raid! What's up? Yeah, Charlotte and her dad, voiced by John Goodman. 102 Dalmatians. Hey, I love that movie as a kid. It has he has a weird name. I can never remember his name. It's the guy that played Mr. Fantastic in the 2000s Fantastic Four movie. Which he was the perfect Reed Richards. Yeah, I had the Tarzan, I think I still have it somewhere, the Tarzan soundtrack, the CD. I know, Glenn Close's Cruella is like 10 out of 10. Casting doesn't get much better than that. CD, yeah, because when Tarzan came out, CDs were still popping. I had the Lion King CD, I had the Tarzan soundtrack, I had... They used to do a lot of big, like, Disney... just mixes in general, where they'd have a random selection of Disney songs. Are the Descendants movies worth watching? I've always wanted to check them out, but I've never sat down and watched them. They look fun. They remind me a lot of High School Musical. Cassettes. I did have cassettes as a baby. A baby. Yeah, Elton John killed it. On the Lion King soundtrack. Generational. Yeah, the Twisted Wonderland, I've seen that. I've seen that browsing like Ami Ami before. Yassified Scar. Well, thanks for the raid, Sewer. Have a good one. No, don't kill the Pidgey. Or Spearow. I like a lot of the instrumental tracks. What was that, Hans Zimmer? I actually really like a lot of the instrumental tracks on the Lion King soundtrack. Definitely a time. Couldn't recommend him enough. I have to sit down and watch him one of these days. I like Dove Cameron, so... Eddie Murphy. I wish I had the Shrek soundtrack. That's such an iconic one. One of my favorite non-Disney soundtracks is How to Train Your Dragon. The animated version, not the live-action version. I hate having to specify. I forgot that one even came out. You've listened to Jim Cummings' podcast? What hasn't that guy voiced? I think I've seen clips from that. I've seen clips of Jim's podcast before. Prince of Egypt, I definitely remember that one. Oh, all those classic non-Disney early animated movies. Road to El Dorado. Where are you at XP, Charmeleon? Okay, you're close to leveling up once again. Atlantis. I always liked Treasure Planet more than I liked Atlantis. Treasure Planet is just a joy and a delight. I always wanted to go. It reminds me kind of how Aang does airbending. Jim's practically airbending in that movie. Yeah, all the Don Bluth stuff too. I always love the Land Before Time movies. Yeah, didn't they only let they only let the guys make Treasure Planet after they did like a few other movies or something? Froggy chair watching your Shrek TV. Could life be better? Don't like Don Bluth's art style? I've never seen Secret of Nim. Secret of Nim always makes me think of the Nostalgia Critic, because he loves that movie. Slowbro, thanks for the $1.99. Just watched the Charmander moment. Congrats. Thank you. We're finally free. Thank you so much for the super chat. The Black Cauldron. The Black Cauldron almost destroyed Disney. Is it that bad? I've never seen it. Is it a really crappy movie? What was so bad about it? All Dogs Go to Heaven, a classic. How long am I gonna be streaming? Probably another few hours. The Jar Jar effect, oh no. 400 for Nidoran, by the way. Is there a really obnoxious comedic character in there? Come on, Nidoran, you're not blue. It's not bad, just very dark. Too complicated. That sounds kind of cool, though. Maybe I should watch it. Miles McKenzie. we got another mention of Miles McKenzie in chat. Insane. Oh, that just happened. Oh, I've never seen the. Maybe I have seen the Great Mice Mouse. The Great Mice. The Great Mouse Detective. Hello, Spiro. But a lot of those great Disney animators that would go on to be so successful in the Renaissance, like James Baxter, they all worked under the guy who was making The Thief and the Cobbler. So that's why some people speculated that, well, those guys were working with him on the movie. Actually, they were working on Roger Rabbit together. He was a big The Thief and the Cobbler guy was a big part of making Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Which, that's a fun movie. Vincent Price. See how I glitter. Colors of the Wind is a good one, too. I've always... Whoever sings Pocahontas' singing voice, she does a great job. Yeah, a lot of people have Who Framed Roger Rabbit as like one of their favorite movies ever, not just animated. It's just so unique and fun. There's nothing really quite like it, or was anything like it. More Pokemon channel music, yippee! Every time you try to watch the Lion King VHS tape. They are! Spearow looks great in this game. I would be totally happy if Spearow showed up shiny. I'd be super pleased. The live-action Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Why did they make that? Who even, like, greenlit and had that idea to begin with? Why did they even make that movie? What are they gonna do with Incredibles 3? Hopefully make it a good movie. Incredibles is my favorite Pixar movie. Whoops, I didn't mean to go for Growl. Yeah, for Halloween, I can't remember if it was Disneyland or World, but they had the shoe getting dipped in the acid at one point for Halloween, because Disney always does expensive ticketed Halloween events, and they had to tone it down. They literally had to tone it down because it was probably scaring children. They had to tone it down. They don't dip the shoe in the acid anymore. I mean, that is a very, like, oh my god scene. But that's just kind of funny. I just know some parent complained. Yeah, the whole Peter Pan thing and the learning about, like, the original Peter Pan voice actor and how he basically got absolutely screwed in his life. Like, it sucked. I mean, it was probably all unintentional. At least I hope so. But it's kind of like, oh, I'm surprised they've never done a Kingdom Hearts anime. Weren't they going to, and there's, like, storyboards that have leaked from it? Poor Kingdom Hearts fans, they're like starving to death. They're in the same boat as all the new Elder Scroll fans. News? Any news? I don't know what Square is doing. You know who Square Enix reminds me a lot of? Ubisoft. Two companies that seem just a little mismanaged. Was Bridge to Terabithia a Disney movie, or was that somebody else? Talk about a traumatizing movie. That came out after Harry Potter. I turned British. After Harry Potter came out and did gangbusters, there was that period where everybody was like, let's just make any kid's book into a movie and hope it works. Harry Poppins. Magikarp 420 was not shiny, by the way. Boo. Yeah, Percy Jackson. Yes, Percy Jackson. Chronicles of Narnia. Where the wild things are. Divergent series. You could call it the Detergent series. I don't even think they got their final book made into a movie. Or maybe the final movie happened and it wasn't in theaters? I can't even remember. And now I just think about that lady because she dated Aaron Rodgers. Detergent. The Detergent series. Yeah, all the years we had YA dystopia movies. Did they need to make a Harry Potter reboot? No, we live in hell. Disney had some involvement. I couldn't remember if that was them or not. Because they distributed a lot of movies. Aragon! No way! I remember more of Aragon than I have any right to remember. Aragon had a fantastic Avril Lavigne song that I loved. I should listen to that again. It's been too long. Yeah, wasn't the author really young for the Aragon books? Wasn't it like a teen, early 20s? Yeah, they did not stick... Was Jeremy Irons is in that movie, isn't he? Balenciaga version? I don't even know what that means. What's up, Trixie? Yeah, if they cared, they could have made a good Aragon adaptation. I mean, oh, I wanted to see Charmeleon's stats. Okay, I remember what he was on. Let's see. Yeah, he's up to 63 now. He's gaining a good, like, 10 EVs every level up. That's fun. I'm gonna save, just so I don't accidentally get rid of all that progress. They even teased, at the end of the Aragorn movie, they even teased Aragon. They even teased like oh shit, here's the villain for movie 2. Never happened. It never happened. It never happened. Aragon felt like a Gary Stu, yeah. He was definitely bland. $69.80 encounters for Mankey. Oh, I hope you get your green boy soon. I don't think that did that actor who played Aragorn ever do anything else? Oh, I saw the Golden Compass in theaters and it made no sense to me. I saw the Golden Compass in theaters and that movie made no sense. It has Daniel Craig in it. I think he's the evil uncle. If I'm remembering that correctly. It's just fun to see Daniel Craig play a villain. I liked the Narnia. Well, it's been a long time since I've seen 2 or 3. But I like the original Narnia. That had some great casting. You reset over a shiny Bulbasaur? Oh no, my condolences. Oh, but you got him very, very quick after. Good. You had me in the first half. At least you reclaimed it quickly. Yeah, Tilda Swinton is... I love her. I think they have a TV series for the Golden Compass that they made a few years ago. Maybe I should go back and watch that. Oh, the Narnia books, Justin? They had a humongous budget for those movies. Those scenes of like all the CG creatures battling at the end of that movie. They were kind of doing the Lord of the Rings thing too. It wasn't just Harry Potter that was popularizing novels into very successful movies. We can't forget about Lord of the Rings. Yeah, isn't the lady who directed Greta Gerwig? Is that her name? The Barbie movie director? You liked Peter Jackson's King Kong? I saw that movie in theaters and was bored to tears as a kid. That was another movie where I was like, well... It's so long. I was young, too. I actually have a core memory of seeing the poster for it. Because they advertised the big T-Rex battle, even though that's like 3 hours into the movie and lasts like 5 seconds. I've seen some people don't like, I've seen some complaints about the Disney Peter Jackson, not that Peter Jackson, Percy Jackson. I've seen some people not like the TV show. I never read the books or even watched the movies as a kid, so nothing I'm really interested in. Okay. Yeah, dude, you don't give refunds. We know. The only movie that I have ever walked out of was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I saw that movie as a kid with my mom and we were both like, what the hell? What is this? That is the only movie that I have ever walked out of. And I've seen some stinkers. I've seen some real stinkers. Mufasa's ghost. Uncharted. Yeah, I like Tom Holland, but he is such a not Nathan Drake. Good casting can make a movie, but it can also break a movie if it sucks. Spaceballs. I think my dad loves that movie. Yeah, the biggest sin, both I feel like in games and in movies, if it's something like really atrocious, like Ride to Hell Retribution, or like Big Rigs. They're so funny, they're so bad that they're funny. The worst crime is when it's bland. Your winner. The Angry Video Game Nerd episode on that game made me cry laughing. Your winner. Spaceballs 2. I think so. I think he knows. Your winner. That's making me laugh, and I haven't even thought about that game in so long. My dad really loves the Men in Black movies, like whenever those are on TV. Which he's valid for that. Yeah, it's like Tommy Wiseau's The Room, you know? You have some goofs and some gaffes while you watch it. Your winner. Oh, you're still stuck in the lab? If I can get my shiny Charmander, chat, you can get your shiny starter, I believe. Ooh, over 11,000, that's rough. I need Prince Zuko soundbite on here, that's rough, buddy. Shyamalan's Last Airbender movie. Do you cheer when they show the back of Princess Yue's hair and it looks like peen? You're tearing me apart, Lisa! Oh, hi, doggy. The Last Airbender is so funny. When all the Earthbender guys get together. When all the the big tough Earthbender guys are like, hua, ha, hua. And it's just a tiny little boulder, a little tiny rock. Oh, that's... He was making a comedy the whole time. Good night, Galaxy. Have a good one. All the mispronunciations, too. Don't they say Aang is like Ong in that movie? Or like Sokka? I laugh about that Earthbender scene every time I think about it or I see it online. It's still funny to this day. It's still funny. Are you the Avatar, Ong? Yeah, and then that, the girl that played Katara in that movie is a Nepo baby. She's some, like, big movie guy's daughter. And she was cast again in one of the Transformers sequels with that infamous part where the creepy boyfriend pulls out the Texas law about age. And then TJ Miller gets obliterated. That was the best part, I think. They should do that to him more often. I don't understand Avatar fans watching the live action show. I've no interest in that. Why do I want to see the same show but worse? Like, if you miss Avatar, go and watch the original. I want to see if that Aang movie is going to be any good or not. I don't think Nickelodeon's done anything really good since Korra ended with that franchise. And just the way that they have completely, like, neutered characters like Katara and Sokka, like, it's just disrespectful. Why do people insist on watching that? I just don't get it. I mean, definitely I think a lot of people, which is target audience for a lot of these shows, cartoons are for kids, but now that it's live action, it's dark and gritty, and I can feel better watching it than a cartoon. Which is so dumb. But unfortunately, I think a lot of people do think like that. Oh, are you kidding me, Nidoran? Bruh. You poisoned my Melian. Look, I'm in the same Pokemon Center at the same time. Yahoo! I don't ever hear people talk about the live-action Netflix One Piece. Did that do well? Do people like that? Like, I still to this day see Dragon Ball fans bring up Dragon Ball Evolution. Which I saw in theaters, by the way. Remember how I said I've seen some stinkers in theaters? I saw that movie in theaters. It's just, the movie is so disinterested in any, like, in anything. It being a good story, being a good adaptation, it's just not interested. Aren't they re-releasing the Speed Race? People rave about that movie. I think that's gonna be like the most culty of cult classics. So many creative type people are like, yeah, the Speed Racer movie changed my life. I think they're re-releasing it in theaters for an anniversary. I've never seen it, so I have seen many people talk about it, though. Maybe I should watch it. You thought it sucked? The Wachowskis definitely have a unique style in their movies. Teen Titans Go to the Moon. Didn't that have a Stan Lee cameo? I can't remember if it was one of them or if they both did, but yes. What was the name of that movie that they made that flopped hard, like Jupiter Ascending? With Mila Kunis. Which, I love her in that 70s show, but she is not a great actress. She was really bad in the weird-ass Wizard of Oz movie that they made with James Franco. She's your celebrity crush. She's a pretty lady. And she's great when she plays, like, Jackie in that 70s show. Yeah, Eddie Redmayne was in that. That's right. Man, Eddie Redmayne has had kind of a rough run of things lately. Well, not lately, but... Remember those god-awful Beast movies they tried to do for spin-offs of Harry Potter and they, like, bombed? Shut up, Meg. That's gotta be so annoying. That's gotta be so annoying. Oh, have a good one, Yeti. Thanks for hanging out. Ashton Kutcher doesn't really do much acting anymore. Speaking of movies, is there anything besides the Mario movie coming out this month? I wonder if it'll have any competition or not. Bye, Felicia. Oh no. Yeah, if your name was Karen or Daniel, how many times did guys named Daniel get said, "Damn, Daniel"? Nothing major this month? That's probably why they chose it then. Dang. Of course they won't have competition. 45-45 for Magikarp, chat. Boom. The drama. I almost wanted to read that as total drama. Like, on the island? Oh yeah, my name is Jeff. Yeah. If your name is Jeff, my name is Jeff. Live action Charlotte's Web. I actually don't. I only remember the animated movie from forever ago, the one I saw as a kid. My name is Jeff. Like, that's just fun to say. That's just fun to say. New Mummy? There's a new Mummy movie? Like Brendan Fraser Mummy? When did that happen? What? Your boyfriend was an extra in that movie? Oh, that's so cool. That's such a fun story. That comes later. This one's different. Yeah, now I'm like... I have to... Wait a minute. I have to investigate this. Mummy movie. Wow, the original Mummy movie came out in '99. Oh my god. Absolute classic. Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. Woo! The cool guy with the bird, too. That movie is filled with hot people. One of them with Brendan Fraser? Oh yeah, April 17th. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. This is an official new horror film produced by Blumhouse and Atomic Monster for New Line Cinema. The film focuses on a journalist whose daughter disappears and is returned 8 years later as part of a cursed, demonic, or paranormal plot. And then it says, The Mummy 4, potential May 2028. Reports indicate that Universal Pictures is planning to return to the original action-adventure franchise. Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are reportedly in discussions to return as Rick and Evelyn O'Connell. No way. They recasted Rachel in the third Mummy movie. Anybody remember that one? Where they went to China? It was like the Dragon Emperor or something like that. I saw that movie in theaters too. It was... mid. Yeah, the Jet Li one, yes. God, that feels like 1,000 years ago. That feels like 1,000 million bajillion years ago. I mean, I'm glad Brendan Fraser is still getting a paycheck. Good for him. Yeah, they did like the Terracotta Warriors. I remember this. Yeah, I liked him in the that Looney Tunes movie too. When are they releasing that Looney Tunes movie that they were gonna, like, destroy off the face of the planet? Coyote versus Acme? I need to see that. I miss the Looney Tunes. They keep getting such a bad break. Like, the last thing I remember Bugs being in was, like, multiverses. Say less. Say less. There was an Animaniacs reboot. They made fun of the Lunatics Unleashed in it too. Also, heads up, Twitch chat ads are gonna play. Subscribe, use an ad block. If you don't want to see the ads, they'll be over shortly. Yeah, it has Will Forte in it, and I like him. He was always so funny on SNL. MacGruber! I feel like Jason Sudeikis got more of the limelight, but I always was more of a Will fan, personally. All right, we're in the fours all across the board right now. Oh yeah, the live-action Tom and Jerry movie. What the hell was that? I remember that. They keep trying to bring back Tom and Jerry, and it just doesn't ever seem to work. Tom and Jerry seems almost more popular in Japan. They love Tom and Jerry over there. I like the Tom and Jerry animated movie where that one evil bad guy goes, "We've got to have money." Yeah, you know what I saw the other day, chat? I was browsing Box Lunch, which is like Hot Topic. They're owned by the same company. And I see a U2's Garfield Hatsune Miku figure. Okay. Alright, it's time to stop. I'm pulling the plug. I wish I had that power. It's time to stop. I think there's plenty of Miku, honestly. I think there's plenty of that character around. Oh, I got poison pointed again. That is that is so unlucky. Also, U2s are so similar to Funko Pops. They have the same not great looking stylized eyes. So even if I was like a internet meme lord who wanted to purchase that figure, like they don't even look that nice. They don't even look that nice. Also, some of the prices for the stuff on Box Lunch were blowing me away. Their shit is so insanely overpriced. They're Funko Pops at home. Mom, we got Funko Pops at home. There are a very, very, very few select figures of Funkos that I think work. Usually with characters that are already stylized to make it work. Like, I think the Don't Starve Funko Pops look fine. If you have a character that already has, like, black eyes, it can work. But most characters don't. Funko's been operating under a loss for a while now. I keep wondering if they're ever gonna shutter. A Sharknado Funko Pop. %70 pop, 30% the character, yes. I mean, it's a genius business strategy. Well, apparently not, because now they're starting to lose money. It's because they just do too much. I also think they don't really do a great job picking franchises. The amount of Funko Pops I've seen in, like, clearance bins and stuff, even thrift stores, they seem to make more than the demand is. And that's a great way to lose money. I've actually had a few rare Funko Pops before. I had Mordecai from Regular Show, who I sold for about 80 bucks later. I just bought it because I like Mordecai. I also have the Tails pop from the original Sonic run. That's quite rare. I remember when they started coming out with Pokémon pops. Yeah, that's about as many pops as I've ever had. Oh, I have a few Pokemon ones too from the early release. That's it. Oh, you live near the flagship store? That's fun. Good night, Bit Bandit. Have a good one. And I will say this about pops, like, they are affordable. So if little Timmy really wants a pop of Grandma from the Golden Girls, it wouldn't cost him a lot of money. Because especially now, with all the tariff bullshit, Japanese figures are more expensive than ever, even though yen continues to not be very high in value. $500 for Nidoran male / anybody else. Loot Crate. Oh shit, remember Loot Crate? I never bought a Loot Crate. I just remember all the 5 billion YouTubers that used to shill for it. Ooh, they have a Batman Beyond one. Fun. I love Terry. Oh, what's your stats at, Char? 67! 6'7" for Charmeleon speed. Wonderful. Excellent. Thank you, Charmeleon, for this gift. Blind bag stuff has gotten so out of control. It is so bad. $6'7" on a shiny Charmeleon. Three Nidoran females in a row? That's a very lucky roll. They're what, 1%? 3 1% in a row? That's pretty lucky right there. I see a lot of Pokemon. Pokemon figures are basically the only thing I see in stock Pokemon related these days. They have a new... Jazzburst has a new Skeledirge. I think they have Gallade out right now, too. I'm not the biggest fan of their especially since some of them are just impossible to find. Like, I've never seen Tyrantrum on the shelf. Ever. Oh, I attacked a Nidoran. I'm gonna get poison pointed again, aren't I? No? Great. Oh, does he have 67 HP too? Ah! 6'7" on a Charmeleon. Jigglypuff feels like a rare spawning Pokemon to me because this is like the only patch of grass you can get it at. And it's kind of a rare and hidden Pokemon in the other Gen 3 games. Gen Alpha meme lord. Charmeleon's a terminally online Gen Alpha. Work for 2 hours, then leave for vacation? Hell yeah. It's your birthday? Happy birthday. Do not attack the Nidoran again. I don't want to get poison pointed for a 3rd time, please. Yeah, Jigglypuff and Sing, too, makes it annoying. Come on, Magikarp. We're almost at 5K. Oh, shit. I passed Charmander's number, actually. I didn't even notice. We've just surpassed it with Magikarp. Magikarp's now longer. 45.74 versus 45.57. Magikarp caught up pretty quickly. It's kind of fun EV training traditionally. I haven't traditionally EV trained in like a decade. Since like Gen 4 era. Spearow. Thankfully, Charmeleon made quick work of Brock, so... Hate grass EV train. Oh yeah, it's... it's slow. It is slow. I mean, I don't have any, like, items on my Charmeleon to make it better. But just casually doing it on occasion while we're shiny hunting is fun. Butterfree is such a good early game mon. I love Butterfree and Beedrill. I'm still happy with the random Shalfa Beedrill I ran into in ZA. That was a fun one. Good time. A Shalfa without having to make an annoying donut? Yes, please. Yeah, your best choices for Oddish or for special would probably be Oddish or Ghastly and the boys and the Lavender Tower. Psyduck, maybe? Alright, chat, give me 1 second. The Hitmons, I will definitely do the Hitmons at some point. We'll do Lapras, we'll do Eevee. We'll get to all of these Pokemon in good time. Trust me. Alright. Attack EVs? Mankey. I think Mankey would get you attack, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're gonna do the fossils too. I'll take one of each in the games. We'll take Dome and Helix. It'd be fun to get Aerodactyl too. Aerodactyl is one of my most favorite Pokemon after all. I think Paris might give attack. Shiny Eevee and Shiny Growlithe. A lot of people are doing Eevee right now, I've noticed. A lot of folks in Celadon at the moment. Yeah, after my initial, like, FireRed versus LeafGreen, again, the ultimate goal is to see which version can get to the Elite Four and beat it with 6 shinies first. And then that game would be the winner. So after that, we have Deoxys to attend to, the legendary birds, Mewtwo possibly. We could do a whole bunch of stuff. And I can do different hunts at the same time for that too. Mankey and Paris give 1 attack Eevee. I think Ekans might too. Yeah, I could battle I could battle myself. Roaming legendaries. I mean, Shiny Suicune is a real beaut. It might be one of the best looking shinies in this whole game. But do I have the patience for that? Super Circuit, my beloved. It's just so nice to do encounters. I genuinely feel like a weight got lifted when I got my Charmander. Blew the seed wide open. Yeah, there's some stuff that we could shiny hunt on the Sevi Islands, too. I wonder if they would ever fix Altering Cave when they add Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Ooh, Larvitar, that would be fun. We were talking about, because I'm killing Pidgeys on occasion because they give me speed IVs. We were talking about who gives attack IVs. Why do I keep saying IVs? I mean EVs. IVs don't even exist anymore. You're being held hostage? You are. He won't let you free. Yeah, there's a lot of Game Corner shinies that I'm interested in. I was thinking, chat, what if I get Jigglypuff? If I get Jigglypuff shiny and FireRed, should I go for Clefairy and LeafGreen? I do like symmetry. Like poetry, it rhymes. Speaking of her, hi Jigglypuff. I really wish we could get Umbreon and Espeon in this game. If I could get Espeon and Umbreon, I would do Espeon and FireRed and Umbreon and LeafGreen. Easiest choice of my life. Report him to Officer Jenny. I miss Officer Jenny. She got lost to time. I still remember her in Pokemon Yellow. Alright, 4590 for Magikarp. We are inching our way to the 5Ks. There's no day and night cycle in this game, so you can't get them. I think when I was a kid, the first time I got Espeon and Umbreon was from Pokemon Coliseum. Yeah, all the anime stuff they had in Pokemon Yellow. Oh, Eevee and Gale is only male? Interesting. Why would they do that? Because you're playing as Michael? Don't leave me here, Michael! Pokemon Yellow was the first Pokemon game you bought. That's a good one. Yellow is a certifiable classic. I mean, I feel like the idea that male characters can't have female Pokemon is just beyond dumb. But maybe that was their logic, who knows? It's just funny because Eevee has its little Pokemon Stadium bangs in that game, and it looks... not the most masculine Pokemon you'll ever see. Whoops, I killed Spearow. You killed Spearow! Oh, the Don't Leave Me Here, Michael. It's from like a FNAF meme. Michael as in Afton. Jack Spearow. Savvy. I'm almost rooting for Spearow at this point. I would take it. Where are my Fearow appreciators at? Why's all the rum gone? Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Rick Ghastly. Captain Jack Sparrow. Although the way I love the way that name is pronounced in the Jack Sparrow. Really putting like a raw at the end of it. Found on Route 3, nice. Butch and Cassidy. Biff and Cassidy. I know Pirates 3 is kind of like a lot. But I have a fondness for that goofy ass movie. They were just kind of doing whatever. The original Pirates of the Caribbean movie almost didn't happen because Michael Eisner tried to get it shut down like 3 different times because they were going over budget. Also, the Country Bears movie bombed. And so they were scared that the Pirates movie was gonna bomb. It's funny how nobody ever talks about that Country Bears movie. Christopher Walken is in it. He's the bad guy. I think it has the kid from Malcolm in the Middle in it too, not Frankie Muniz, one of the brothers. Oh, 1%. Ding, ding, ding. 1% Nidoran female. We have not seen her in a long time. It's been like an hour and a half since the last time she showed up. Just goes to show you. That's like a shiny hunt within itself. The 1%. No, it wasn't Dewey. It was the other one. Reese, yeah, Reese. He's Barry the Bear's brother. They make a whole joke about how he's secretly adopted, even though, you know, he's a bear. They kind of did that same joke with Poe in Kung Fu Panda when he's talking to Tigress. Your dad, the goose. $5.45. Incredible how high that number's already gotten. Like I'm on my way to 1,000 already. We just started. Mega Garchomp looks like a crew member of Davy Jones's ship. Which one? Garchomp, regular Mega Garchomp can be on the deck, and then Garchomp Z can fit as one of the sails. Part of the crew, part of the ship. It is nice how much faster they are, though. Like, the number's getting a little big, but that's because this is a quick check. Faster than Magikarp. Don't want to get poison pointed again, now do we? We roll so many modest Magikarps. Part of the crew, part of the ship. You just know that ship smelled terrible. All those crusty guys in Davy Jones's ship. That place probably smelled like stank. I always thought it was impressive in Kingdom Hearts in Kingdom Hearts 3 how good that they made it look with Sora, Donald, and Goofy in Pirates World. Ugh, yuck. Yeah, they double dip that. They've done it before. Salt water. Smells like a fish tank. Which, if you've ever smelled fish tanks when they're dirty and not cleaned properly, ooh. Not great. Modest Magikarp once again. It's such a great Mankey spray. It's so perfect. Star Wars. I'm so curious to see which Disney properties they're gonna choose for 4. They've only been quiet for like 5 years now. Little Mermaid and Nightmare Before Christmas, yes, they have. I think he's gone to the 100 Acre Wood a few times too, hasn't he? Oh, did season 9 of ZA start? I kind of feel like I've been there, done that with that. If they announce like a new wacky rule set like they had for before I might have tried it, but I don't know. Kind of a meh for me. Maybe that's because the last season was so bad. Maybe because the last season was like, whoa. Also, there just are not as many people who want to watch ZA anymore. Can't say I blame them. Ooh, Tina time. Tina, can you bless my shinies? Such a great song. For some reason, I think my Joy-Con 2 retains heat more than the third-party Joy-Con I have for my Switch 1. It kind of annoys me. My favorite Pokemon is Garchomp. My top 5 is Garchomp. The rest of these aren't really in any order. Garchomp, Slowking, Aerodactyl, Tyrantrum, and Zoroark. I should really do a top 6. Oh yeah, Winds and Waves won't have the battle system from ZA in it, don't worry. Those are solely for the Legends games. Which are mainline. I don't know why so many people want to deny them as mainline games. Doesn't really... who cares? Like, literally, who cares? Doomsday? I have no idea. Bum. Scolipede, why not both? What if your bug was also a horse? That's what they asked before they designed Scolipede. They dared to ask the brave question, what if bug also horse? I feel like Mega Scolipede is going to be dog water. I don't want it to be dog water, but I feel like he's gonna be dog water. Yeah, I'm just saying, some people online, for some reason, just do not want to acknowledge ZA as mainline, or ZA and PLA as mainline games. I don't know why. Who cares? It seems like a deeply unserious topic. I do think the combat is better in ZA over PLA, though. I just did not like the styles in ZA. Or PLA. AAA. 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 Again, I think CA is worth checking out. If you like Legends Arceus, it's worth checking out. But I wouldn't buy the DLC. That's Booper's official... Silver/Booper's official recommendation. If you can pick up ZA and play it, it's worth it. Should you buy the $30 DLC? Hell no. The active combat is unique in PLZA, yes. It feels a lot less clunky, too. Like, a lot of the movement, especially with the ride Pokemon in PLA, I just don't care for. Speaking of used games, I've been on the lookout for a good used copy of Pokemon Sword. You're still not done with the DLC? The grind bored you to death? Understandable. I mean, people always... The worlds in PLA are fun. And they're a lot more fun to explore than the city is in ZA. But I will say that the hometown... Was it Jubilife? The home base in PLA, I've never been a fan of. It's so boring. Feels nice to just play the damn game, exactly. If the dimensions didn't require an annoying RNG key to get into, it wouldn't have been nearly as bad. Whoops. Oh, shit. No, don't poison me, please. Oh, god damn it. Oh, man. Gotta go heal. Yeah, the city thing is an odd idea, isn't it? I think it really was off-putting to a lot of people. And they were not forthcoming with it. We learned that it was... Did I grab this? Oh, a Persimberry. Lovely. Remember, chat, if you're new to FireRed and LeafGreen, look for these little, like, dark shadows on the ground. They're hidden items. A little pro tip. Yeah, the Pokemon Center is only a few feet away. It's not a big deal. Thankfully. I'm actually glad that they have the Mount Moon Pokemon Center. It's convenient. It's nice and convenient. And of course, that's where you want to go if you want to buy Magikarp. If you either want to shiny hunt it or just use it in your playthrough, that's where this guy is located. Right outside of Mount Moon. Ooh, my favorite Mario Odyssey song. Rock Tunnel is painful. I think without a shadow of a doubt, Rock Tunnel is one of the worst places in Gen 1. It's just kind of boring. Like, it's a fairly long dungeon that you have to get through in the dark unless you have Flash. And there's just nothing interesting in there. Like, Mount Moon has more going for it. You have, like, Clefairy and Paris and more unique Pokemon that spawn in there. You have the Team Rocket stuff and the fossils. Rock Tunnel just has a bunch of hikers and then some lasses on the final floor, and that's kind of it. Timid! A timid carp. Woodland Kingdom is just Planet Wisp, but Mario. Yeah, what happened with Diglett Tunnel? Was it always intended to be as short as it was? I think the way they shortened Rock Tunnel in Gen 2 was a smart move. Yeah, I was just gonna say, Justin, in Gen 2, Rock Tunnel also has, like, Kangaskhan and some more interesting and unique spawns, which make it stand out a little bit more. I forgot they put Kangaskhan in there in Let's Go. That's actually a Gen 2 influence right there. This is such a good song. Now that the new Mario movie is out, Miyamoto tapping my non-existent watch. I'm ready. I'm ready for new Mario game, Mr. Miyamoto. I'm ready. I will be seated. I feel like Mount Moon has more distinct floors. Like, part of why Rock Tunnel kind of sucks is that the whole dungeon just looks the same. Like, you have the more narrow corridors on the floor with Team Rocket, all the grunts and stuff, and all the different little islands and ladders that you can go up and down. Eh. Oh, I love this song. This is a great song for insane moments. Let's have some fun for Mario Party 2. I love Cowboy Mario. Oh, that has Wizard Toad on it too. How could I forget? They should bring that back. They should bring back the, like, RPG D&D elements from Mario Party 2. Yeah, if you're stuck in there, if you're stuck in Rock Tunnel with no repels and no flash and no... I wonder how many kids got to Rock Tunnel and then just never played again. You know there's some out there that did. And I can't even blame them. If you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Really insane thing to tell children. That was... that was. That was. It is kind of satisfying to get out of Rock Tunnel, though, because so much of the game opens up to you. You can immediately do all the stuff in Lavender. You can go visit Celadon. You can get your Eevee. You can go to the game corner. Like, it gives you access to so much stuff. I hope donuts never return to a Pokemon game ever again. Even, like, decorative. I don't want to see them. It's too soon. I think as a kid, I often would just go through Rock Tunnel blind. Didn't bother with Flash. Hardcore! Yeah, I'm kind of over their cooking gimmicks. I've never really cared for curry or sandwiches or now donuts. Asking for a friend. Kebabs for the food for Gen 10. Yum, that sounds good. I'll take one right now, please. See, I just don't know. I don't know enough about their culture or the people there to know. But then again, I wouldn't have guessed sandwiches for Spain, so... Or even curry for the UK. Sambal. Oh, I think I've heard of that. I think I've heard of that. I'm still kind of shiny hunting red, orange Pokemon. Well, Hero has... some of that color on it, I guess. Everything was spicy, including the dessert. I don't mind spice, but I have a limit. When you start to have more spice than you're enjoying the food, that's kind of when you lose me. I love stuff like sriracha. I have multiple bottles of sriracha in my pantry. Felt betrayed. RAR XD. There's probably an embarrassing amount of food that I just have never tried. It's so hard to spend like 20 bucks on a meal now and then not know if you like it or not. It's so easier to just stick with what you know. I've had so many times where I try something and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try this, and then I hate it, and then it's like, oh, this was a waste of money. I'll tell you what I think is way too spicy. The Buldak noodles. Those, I believe they're Korean. Those are incredible levels of spice. Like, burn your lips level spicy. Burn your soul. Okay, let's see. Level 27. Oh, we got 4. We got 4 speed. We didn't run into a lot of Pidgeys that time. We did not run into that many Pidgeys. Trying to learn Scary Face. No thanks, man. New chicken nugget crunch wrap. Oh yeah, has anybody, speaking of Korea, has anyone tried the new K-pop Demon Hunters McDonald's meal? Good night, G1. Have a good one. Only eat out of need or desire. Yeah, sometimes it's like there's absolutely nothing good to eat in the house. Rather just eat nothing. Yeah, it comes with you get chicken nuggets and it comes with like a purple, a very off-putting early 2000s purple ketchup looking sauce. It comes with a bag of fries with a seasoning that you shake them in, which those are very popular in a lot of Asian countries. The shaker bags McDonald's likes to do. 600, by the way. Let's get some more Magikarps. And I think there's like a Berry McFlurry. I think I saw somebody say that the sauce is like honey mustard. It's just purple. Why are you purple? Alright, chat. Let's go for one more carp. I think 646.46 is a good stopping point. Honestly, I feel good doing this, so let's do more tomorrow. It is so nice to be out of the lab that I like have a new... I have a new perspective. I'm free. I don't mind going hard in the paint on this for a while. Look at all the lovely boopers. They're beautiful. My army. Oh. How many levels did Charmeleon gain today? I can't believe he got that many levels. We will deadass have Charizard. I was joking earlier, but I genuinely might have Charizard by the time I pull up to Misty. She ain't even gonna know. She isn't even gonna know what's happening. Yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the follows, all the new subs, all the new follows. Did I already say that? I do have a Discord if you're new here, which, reminder, if any weird scammers DM you on Discord chat, block them. Get them out of there. I think, unfortunately, people click on phishing links and then their accounts get taken and then they start sending, like, crypto scams to people. So if that happens, chat, block them. Block them, block them, block them. But anyway, yeah, touch grass, too. Touching grass is the most important thing of all. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow for some more. I kept saying trapped in the lab, but now that I'm free, I don't even know what to say. More shiny hunting. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. I'll see you all tomorrow. Maybe I'll get my golden fish then. Bye!